Okay, magandang tanghali po sa ating lahat. Thank you for the introduction sa ating mga MC po. Okay, so before I start my presentation, actually when Professor Ian showed this slide, ito yung nakita natin kanina, yung Manila Galleon trade route. And striking siya for me sa perspective ng isang natural history scientist, mga natural system, because it resembles something else. So sabi ni Sir Ian kanina na ang Manila Galleon trade, yung route niya ay nagpa-follow ng hangin at ng ocean circulation. Tama po yun. So kung titignan natin, ang Manila Galleon trade, kung titignan po natin ay naggagaling sa Acapulco, papuntang Pilipinas. Galing Pilipinas, aakyat po siya dito sa parte ng Japan, papunta sa tinatawag na North Pacific Ocean, at bababa dito sa part ng, itong part ng California, pababa dito sa Mexico. So ganun po yung ruta ng Manila Galleon trade before. And it resembles the natural ocean current sa Pacific. So, sa mga pag-aaral po ng mga oceanographer, nakita po natin na meron kang major ocean current from Eastern Pacific, na tinatawag na North Equatorial Current, papunta dito sa Western Pacific, sa side ng Pilipinas. At yung North Equatorial Current ay nagbe-bend o nagba-bifurcate towards the north, na tinatawag na Kuroshio Current, papuntang Japan, at pababa dito sa Mindanao at Indonesia, na tinatawag na Mindanao Current. So ano ang kahalagahan po ng current na yan sa ating history? Yung current po na yan, yung point kung saan nag-iiba, nagbe-bend. Yung North Equatorial Current ay nag-iiba through time, through geologic time. So ibig sabihin sa hundreds of thousands of years, nag-iiba yung location kung saan nagbe-bend yung North Equatorial Current. So, possible during galleon trade na ang point kung saan nagbabifurcate or nagbe-bend ang North Equatorial Current paakyat sa Kuroshio Current ay somewhere malapit sa Samar Island, between Samar and Bicol Peninsula. So Palapag or Northern Samar was at the right time and right location during the galleon trade. So Sir Ian, ang sasabihin ko, hindi ka off topic. History, archaeology, even gastronomy, and all these fields and expertise that we're listening to right now are very important in defining not only the cultural and historical heritage of Northern Samar, but also the geological heritage. And that's why the National Committee on Geological Sciences is presenting this National Geological Monument to the province of Northern Samar. So, but first, before going to the geology of Biri rocks, we have to discuss first what is National Committee on Geological Sciences and what is National Geological Monument. So I am Kevin Garas. I am from the Mines and Geosciences Bureau and also a member of the Executive Secretariat of the National Committee on Geological Sciences. So the National Committee on Geological Sciences was established during the 1980s. So before the concept of geopark, before the concept of geological heritage or geoheritage, nag-establish na ang Philippine government ng isang committee na titingin sa mga polisiya at programa ng pamahalaan sa geology or geoscience. So under this Executive Order number 625 in series of 1980, it created the National Committee on Geological Sciences. And the function of this committee is to provide a vehicle for systematic planning and deliberation of national programs on geosciences. And it acts as an advisory body to the government policy. So during that time, ang designate na lead agency po ay ang Mines and Geosciences Bureau under the Department of Environment and Natural Resources, and we're also authorized to provide funds for the operational expenses of the committee. So at the present, ang committee ay meron pong 20 members. So sino po ba ang members ng committee na to? Hindi lang po ang DNR-MGB, kasama po ang University of the Philippines, National Institute of Geological Sciences, kasama ang DOST PHIVOX, DOST Pag-asa, DPWH, DOT TIEZA, kasama po ang National Museum of the Philippines. So lahat po ng may, and many more, 20 po lahat yan na nakalista po dito sa ating slide. So, ang Mines and Geosciences Bureau rin po ang tumatayo na Executive Secretariat ng National Committee on Geological Sciences, and the permanent office of the NCGS is in the MGB in Quezon City, North Avenue, Quezon City. And the current Executive Secretary is our Chief Geologist, Dr. Carlo Elqueaño, the Chief of the Lands Geological Survey Division. So, ito po, brief history lang po. Nagsimula noong 1980s ang NCGS. It started with 13 different government institutions and nag-expand po ang membership ng NCGS now to 20 institutions. Actually, last year po, we invited UNACOM to be part of the NCGS. And if SJ Ivan is willing to join the NCGS, then madadagdagan na po ngayon, magiging 21 government institutions na po ang National Committee on Geological Sciences. So before, marami pong subcommittees na tinayo sila, pero ang pinaka nag-perform na committee is the Subcommittee on National Programs. And the major program of this subcommittee is the National Geological Monument Declaration. So ano ba ang National Geological Monument? Simple lang po ang criteria ng isang NGM. Geologically interesting, aesthetically pleasing, beautiful, and relatively easily accessible to public. Bakit ito yung importante? Kasi ito rin yung foundation for geotourism. So before pa naging patok sa ating kamalayan, sa awareness, ang geotourism at geoheritage, very progressive na ang Pilipinas sa pagpopromote ng geoheritage sa ating bansa. So ito po ang isang way, isang programa ng NCGS to promote geotourism, to declare National Geological Monument. So the committee as a whole, usually meron pong proponent yan, so mayroong proposal for the National Geological Monument, and the committee, the NCGS, will approve that proposal. And then geological studies of the area will be conducted to assess the viability and suitability of that particular site. And after that, we will draw the geological evolution of that area. So kung anong explanation po na madaling maintindihan, hindi lamang ng mga scientists, kundi ng public, both local and international visitors, yun po yung ilalagay namin sa tinatawag na National Geological Monument Marker. So yung National Geological Monument Marker ay i-install doon sa isang area na makikita yung buong feature ng NGM. So ngayon po, for Biri Rocks, nasa na tayo sa 6 na steps na to. So right now, tapos na po tayo dun sa pang-4 na step, which is the geological studies. So nandito na po tayo with the help of the UP Institute, National Institute of Geological Sciences or UPNIGS and the Mines and Geosciences Bureau. Bubuin po namin yung geological evolution ng Biri Rocks. And then, mag-i-install po tayo ng National Geological Monument Marker. So nandito po tayo sa last 2 steps ng ating official declaration. So ang event po natin ngayon is the launching of the Biri Rocks National Geological Monument, and the installation of the marker will follow after this launching ceremony. Okay po? So saan ba sino pong familiar dito sa National Geological Monument? Di ba wala? Di ba? Hindi nyo pa po naririnig. Sa buong history ng NCGS, meron lamang pong 6 na na-declare na National Geological Monument. So ang Montalban Limestone Gorge, now hindi na Montalban, Rodriguez Rizal. Ang Taal Volcano ay isang NGM. Ang Chocolate Hill sa Bohol ay isa rin pong NGM. Paway Sand Dunes or Ilocos Norte Sand Dunes in Ilocos Norte. 100 Islands in Alaminos City in Pangasinan, and St. Paul Limestone Formation in Palawan. So sa dami ng magagandang lugar sa Pilipinas na may geologically interesting, significant features, 6 lang ang na-declare ng National Committee on Geological Sciences. Bakit kaya? Bakit ang bagal ng declaration? So ito po, ito yung usual na declaration. May mga signatories po yan. Usually the local government ay part ng signatories. The Secretary of the Department of Environment and Natural Resources is also a signatory, and the chair of the NCGS is a signatory of the declaration. So when was the last time na nag-declare? So the last geological monument that was declared in 2003 was the St. Paul Limestone Formation. So 2003 na yung last. Ano na pong petsa ngayon? So ang programa po ng NCGS ay mapadami pa ang ating National Geological Monument in support to the advocacy of our government to declare UNESCO Global Geoparks, to add UNESCO Global Geoparks in the country. So ang aming priority ay magawa ng National Geological Monument na magiging backbone ng pagde-declare natin at pagpropose ng mga aspiring UNESCO Global Geoparks. So bakit nga ba hindi nakapag-declare? Ang Biri Rocks ay since 2010 po ay proposed na sa NCGS. But in 2015, namatay ang NCGS at na-revitalize lang po, na-revive ang NCGS ng 2022. So, after the revival of the NCGS in 2022, i-declare na po natin finally ang Biri Rocks National Geological Monument. So, ito po ang ating naging trabaho this year, ang assessment of Biri Rocks National Geological Monument. Initial assessment was done, the assessment was done on March 22 to 26, 2025, early this year, by Dr. Alan Hill Fernando, Mr. Leo Vertusio, and Mr. Adrian Tubalado. And this is the overview, the aerial photo from drone shots of the Biri Rock National Geological Monument. So, ang ginawa po nilang assessment ay yung location ng marker. At yung location ng marker po ay dapat nakikita mo yung overview ng National Geological Monument. So, base po sa kanilang assessment, ilalagay po natin ang ating proposed marker dito po sa lugar na to kung saan nakikita yung main islet ng Biri Rock National Geological Monument. And itong Biri Rock National Geological Monument Declaration will be the foundation of the bid of Northern Samar as an aspiring UNESCO Global Geopark. Just like Bohol, ang Bohol po ang naging foundation nila ay Chocolate Hills, National Geological Monument, para bumuo ng Bohol Island, UNESCO Global Geopark. Ganun rin ang gagawin natin sa Northern Samar. Magsisimula tayo sa Biri, at later on, titignan po natin ang ibang mga geosites na pwedeng maging parte ng Northern Samar UNESCO Global Geopark. So part of the assessment in March, last March, ay ang assessment ng different geosites po na pinuntahan nila Dr. Fernando, at ito po yung ilan sa mga sites na inassess po nila. And of course, ang NCGS ay naglabas po ng first issue ng NCGS magazine, featuring Ilocos Norte Potential Geopark. This year, for the second edition, I am inviting Northern Samar to be the feature province for the second edition, second issue of the NCGS magazine. So, bubuo po tayo ng isang magazine for Northern Samar aspiring UNESCO Global Geopark na parang ganito. So, pwede niyo pong scan yung QR code para makita niyo ano bang itsura ng isang NCGS magazine. At yung magazine po na yan, pwede po nating i-publish, pwede nating i-reproduce for the information of the public and other government, other stakeholders. Nascan na po ba? Okay. So, I think yan po ang huling slide. At Sa huli, nagpapasalamat po ako sa probinsya ng Northern Samar for inviting and for choosing NCGS as your partner sa initiative po natin na maging UNESCO Global Geopark ang Northern Samar. Maraming salamat at magandang tanghali sa lahat.